This is the early game of the last series of the year 2022. I want to hear from chat. What are your memories of 2022? What are your highlights of 2022? What is something that bothered you? What is your feedback to Back to Warcraft in 2022? Do you enjoy it? Do you think we can do better? Did we do enough? Did we do too much? Did we do not enough for your taste? What's it gonna be? Thank you very much, Kevin, for the 5-month resub. Carson, you are the best! And Aluminium Sausage with his 5th gift sub of the day, I think, to Happy's mom.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I think you said at the beginning of the stream what your favorite series was. Was it the Happy Sewing? Or what was your favorite series of the entire year?
No. Oh, it's so hard, man. It's so hard. Like, there's definitely recency bias, but Happy vs. 120 from Doobie Engine Wonders Cup was phenomenal. Happy Sewing was insane.
Happy Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely crazy. There was also... maybe not the entire series, but the game. Probably my favorite game of the year, Lin vs. Chemico on Twisted.
Right, yeah.
That was bonkers.
Exler vs. Sock.
Oh my god, that series was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. And obviously we got to cast the grand finals at Rara Land, but a little underwhelming grand finals, but still it's a great memory. And then the Happy Labyrinth series, a great memory and also a great series. That might be my favorite, at least for the casts, was Happy vs. Labyrinth games. Yeah. But I don't know what my favorite series would be. There's just so many. There's just so many. Oh, the level 10 Warden, War 3 Champions. Not this season, but the last. On
Shattered Exile!
Yeah.
We had some Bomberman games with like 7 sappers in.
Yeah. And funnily enough, these are all series we casted together, Neil.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Obviously, for me, some solo casts of the Asian tournaments because you're sleeping then.
Always sleeping.
But yeah, 100%. Like whenever we cast together, it's just something magic. Thank you, John Bambo, for the 28-month resub. So people coming in with their highlights. Return of NA Cups was the highlight for some people. Remo casting muted for 15 minutes.
I didn't see that one.
Like, seriously, how little do you have to look at chat to cast muted for 15 minutes?
Once when I was sick, I did it for about 5 minutes because I kept sneezing.
It happens.
You know.
The Demo Man, he's special.
Oh, and Moon won with a Tree of Life. I didn't cast that, but I did see the highlight.
That wasn't this year, was it?
Oh, I don't know. Someone said it. I remember the highlight, but I'm not sure if it was this year or not.
I think that was last year. But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we'll have a rewind. Maybe we'll have a, a highlight of the year. Maybe.
Out of Warcraft, what are you even doing? If there's no highlight of 2020. This poor guy is doing so much already. Happy vs. Lowlight, Exo vs. Sock, Rara Land was the highlight, Rara Land, Rara Land, Rara Land. Okay, yeah.
Of course, overall for events, that has to be.
I think I said this before, but that was the happiest week of my life. Also the most stressful week of my life.
Yeah, definitely.
But by far, yeah, maybe I share a few words after the grand final or something. That was really special.
Yeah, it was so fun. So fun. And okay, this Demon Hunter. Not having a lot of fun so far, but at least he hasn't been surrounded. I want to say it's a good start for Dise just because he hasn't been forced to Town Portal yet.
I think it's kind of fine because there's no expansion. Like some undeads tend to be super greedy with their expansions, even on Concealed. And DK is also not free. This is pretty much Lawlight style from this morning.
Yeah, I don't think we see Dise play a lot of Demon Hunter. He's mostly a keeper boy through and through, but yeah, it's cool to see him making some adjustments. That's what I was talking about before the game started. Like, play what you think is best, play it confidently, and just don't make fundamental errors, which he's not. The Hunter's Hall is on time, thank God.
The most important thing. Next task, I guess, is to get the Demon Hunter level 3. What else happened in the scene that we can shout out? Like, oh, Naga second. Okay, let's see if this Demon Hunter gets surrounded. Wow, immediately. Detonates! Sick escape.
And as they done forces the Skellies to back. And again, the Demon Hunter not going to Town Portal. Happy's going to get his own Naga soon enough because he popped Boots of Speed. But yeah, back to your point. I don't know. I think you'd be you're more the historian than I am. And, I can't even remember, what day it is. So
I mean, oh, again, we gotta pay attention to this Demon Hunter. War 3 champions, man. We got Flow TV this year.
yep.
Sick. We got the mini-map icons this year for like shop, tavern, etc. We got the like that stuff. Sick. What else did they?
You did the first tournament, the first automated tournament. This being tested.
Who won that again?
Oh, was it some undead player from Germany? Not X Lord.
I guess a prophet who's also a GNL champion. It was me, exactly. Another one for the history books.
Oh, it's sort of falling apart a little bit for Dise. He doesn't get the Naga kill. His Naga gets surrounded. It was such a good game. Like, as we were talking, I was watching. I was like, Dise is doing a really great job here. But it's just one slip up, and Happy is massively ahead.
Okay, that's a problem. Demon Hunter getting blocked so he can't chase the ghouls. That's so sick.
Highlight was the Fall Guys stream. Yeah, my power going out.
Oh, that was cool because of that. Like, actually, of course, I would have loved to continue playing Fall Guys with you in Artosis, but we replaced you with Smoke, and Smoke turned out to be one of the best moderators we ever had.
Oh, he wasn't a mod at that time?
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because he is an insanely good mod. That guy is putting in work.
Yeah. For sure. Super nice guy.
Players' forces are under attack.
Alright. Ghoul might fall, but no, Happy wakes up the creeps, which might actually force Dise to not commit for this Ghoul.
Burn on the Naga? Cool down. Oh, nice repositioning of the Naga. God, Happy is so good.
Insane. And now the Demon Hunter is being targeted by the creeps. One more Ghoul did fall, so Dise is finding some kills here and there, even if it maybe is the creeps getting them. Still some kills.
Oh yeah, Grubby played Weekly Cups.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that actually, like 3-4 weeks or something. Imagine that, man. Dota players playing Warcraft 3 tournaments. Unbelievable.
He streamed this week for a couple hours, I think, right?
Yeah, some PTR games. It was fun. I was hanging out there. Shout out, Grubby. Howdy P! Thank you very much for the 30-month resub. 2023 Year of the Night Elf.
You're the
I
human.
personally think it's gonna be Year of the Orcs, but I guess human will improve the most compared to this year.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some breakout human. I don't know. We just need TH and Infi. Start playing it again, and then maybe it could be the year.
No, we need someone like Kaho for a Night Elf.
True, yeah. Would it be
Just
a new?
human.
Yeah, it would be
Infi
nice.
and T8 are doing a wonderful job organizing tournaments and being streaming and, you know, here and there, some fun show matches. But we need a Kaho for human.
Yeah, who's the last like new top human? It would have been Fortitude would be the last one that really was like a top player and was like relatively new. Or was there someone else?
Say Blade and JC.
I don't know about Europeans though. European players.
oh wow, okay. Yeah. Then I guess Sock and Chemical.
Yeah.
How to play human. Oh, burn. Nice. That's one of these moves that when a game goes wrong, but this works, can give you some momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it is your DH. Oh no, harass. But
oh my God.
It's just dead. Well.
Yeah. Or that momentum gets shattered in seconds after the one good move you do in the game. Oh, that sounds horribly wrong. The one good move after getting slapped down.
Sorry, the one good move of your whole career, Neo meant to say.
No, that's not what I want. You know what I mean, guys. You know me by now.
Yeah, imagine this game with immolation. Maybe that's what everyone's preparing for.
Exactly.
We
This
came
year was
back
Warcraft
kind
3.
of Bill Gates. Okay.
What?
Apparently Bill Gates
we got the 20-year Reign of Chaos anniversary. Next year, 20-year Frozen Throne anniversary.
Bro. Maybe we'll get like some greedy box set from Blizzard that costs $200.
But doesn't include the game?
Yeah, probably.
We did get the return of ghouls. That's true. Conker, and thank you for the 20 month. Yeah, like meta-wise, we didn't have a balance patch, but a lot happened in the meta.
Yeah. Whole lot changed. Like even just from like what I understand best, which is the orc side of things, there's been so many little changes, and then obviously the more obvious things would be like the ghouls and the DK and the way people deal with Farseer headhunters and all that sort of stuff. For human, what changed for human? More expos? More fast expos?
Tanks became had a little bit of a comeback versus Undead.
Yeah. For Night Elf,
We
the
see,
return
like-
of Fairy Dragons and stuff like that, obviously.
Jimiko and Sock are trying to make Mountain King and Pally first work.
Yeah, yeah, we saw a little bit of that. It's from Sock. Talking again about that X-Lord series at Rowerland.
Yeah, Night Elves Fairies for sure. Also, a decent return of mass talents versus Orc.
Yep. Yeah, been very, very common. So happy. When are you going to go back? How many Moonwells are you satisfied with before you go back home? Because if not, you're going to... Okay, he is going to lose his gold mine, Happy.
All the Moonwells. He has a backup. But at the moment, he's not mining.
I guess Dise is just going to... Because if Dise Town Portal's back with no Moon Juice, he's not going to win this fight. So Dise has to base trade, which also means he has to scout this expansion.
Players' forces are under
Yep,
attack.
I think he's doing that now since the Acolyte is coming from the left.
Okay, time to evacuate the Wisps, Dise. You're never going to win this fight.
One on the bottom right. Happy lose the next gold mine.
He could TP and then just focus the DK, but I mean, knowing Happy, he's probably not going to lose that DK, so I think the only way is base trade for the rest of the game. Full Lamo mode. No, he's going to TP. All right, hero focus. I think that's what you got to do.
That's the decision. Game 1 will be decided here of the last series of 2022. Nice little nuke here. But the Bears, they can't really reach. He's going for the Lich, only on level 1, sacrificing a lot for that. Zeppelin down, Naga. Lich level 2, finally. Naga safe to the side, but Bear out of the fight as well. Illusions are helping quite a bit. But man, look at his supply.
Yeah, and there's no Moonwells to heal anything up. Yeah, I don't think this is the way to do it. I mean, Happy probably would have just eventually gone back, killed the Tree of Eternity, and gone back and defended, but this TP was never going to work. And that's going to be 1-0 for Happy.
As so often, everybody. The game 1 going to the Emperor. Big Demi does it again. But fun game, cool game.
Yep.
Good approach.
Hard to know what Dise could have done better at the end there. Other than, like, even if he stayed, like, would he have been able to win off staying? Is there any play he could have made by the time Happy was in his base killing his Moonwells? I don't know. Could he have defended if he TP'd before the Moonwells all went down? I don't know. Hard to say.
So many questions from your side, Carson. Hard to answer them on the last stream of the year. Where were we? Meta developments, I guess.
So ghouls, fairy dragons, more tanks. Obviously, a lot of small sort of orc changes. The fast tech, the mass wind rider, I guess would be a more obvious change, but that's not too common. That lasted a couple weeks, really, or has it been played more in Asian tournaments still? Mass wind riders.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, yeah. Hitman seems to think that it doesn't work. I tend to believe him, but if other players are still playing it,
it's a little bit of rock paper scissors. Like, is it a ghoul opener? Is it a Tet Fiend opener? We'll see. I don't know. They're still developing, I think, that matchup, and continues to develop. Night Elf Mirror went from that went from one place to another to 300,000. Like from Bear Mirror to Potom Mirror to I don't know, Potom
DH
versus
Fast
Bears.
Expo, stuff like
DH
that.
Fast Expo, Mass Dryads, Talon Mass Range. Like, Night Elf Mirror has been everywhere this year at one point in time.
Oh yeah, there's the Lin Fast Tier 3 Double Barracks immediate Tiny Great Hall build.
So it had double orb build for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, not for a long time, but for some time. We've had like a lot of stuff coming up and coming and going, and Warden, interesting.
Love it. Love it. I do think I've been saying since like when Foggy won that ESL Cup however long ago, 62, 63, whatever it was.
Yeah.
68? Was it 63? What was it? Did I get it right?
It's an iconic number. I gotta look it up.
Not 69. It's not that. We'd remember that.
would have been nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been saying Warden, I think, is the way. You gotta play full lane. If you're gonna play Happy, you gotta play, tanks, Blizzard, Zeppelin drop. I remember how Infi beat Happy back in the day on, I think it was like Twisted Meadows was one map in that series. And if you're Orc, you gotta play some hit and run, get a Liquid Fire Bat Rider, and if you're Night Elf, play the Warden.
Play the Warden. I mean, I've seen everything work today, so it's kind of hard. Lol, I had one with Keeper, Warden, and Demon Hunter, I think, so depends on what the undead is doing. Like, if he's going for an expansion, is he going for a timing push? Hard to say. There is counters in a strategy game. Who would have thought? 61 is the number, by the way.
61. Oh, that was I not remembered as 61.
Oh, you were super close.
Yeah, I was getting there.
62. Yeah.
All right, so Happy, when he scouts a Warden or a Demon Hunter, he tends to just expand when it's not Concealed Hill, of course. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this being a real expansion for Happy. We'll see how Dise reacts. Second Ancient War, but that's just for creeping. He could go Huntresses off of it, but...
To you, because I saw that this week, the first time, I think, or last week, Happy is getting a lot of Ritual Daggers.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, he's been loving this item. And it's going to be great against the Warden. What happened to Sheik earlier is probably not going to happen to Happy this game. Right, another Shadow Strike.
If he can just get the Acolyte, that's a huge delay already.
He wants that
DK,
DK,
rebuild
though,
the Echo. Yeah.
Now Aura. Well, that's not going to make the mana investment worthwhile for Dise any longer. And he's definitely not going to get that Acolyte at this point either. But he is counter-expanding. So the pressure on the DK is at least going to disallow Happy from being too aggressive for a little while.
And there's an Engine of War on the left-hand side, so he can continue creeping while the Warden is here. Can he cancel this,
units. Yeah, I guess he's got one Archer to continue creeping.
Warden. That could have never worked, could it?
No, I don't think so. If he had claws, maybe.
Yeah.
Or a circlet. But with a ring, no. And now level 1 Warden, 1 Archer. This is going to be the saddest green camp creep ever. He's going to be like 100 HP by the time he's done creeping it.
From sad things to maybe more fun things. Who's your player of the year?
Soen. I think he's improved massively. And obviously he started off the year great with that series. And I think he's just shown a lot of the limits of Orc. Even though maybe not the biggest wins, I think just watching his play, he's certainly looking like the player that's might take Orc the next level in the next year. I mean, it seems to take these Korean players, Seokjae, Miko, Soen, a long time to improve. But when they do improve, they improve massively at one time. Like, that's what happened with all the names I just mentioned. They were like kind of, tier 2, tier 3 Korean players, maybe tier 4 Korean players for a long time. Then there was a massive jump, and then they were a household name. And I think that's going to happen again with players like Soen, maybe happening again with players like Laliat.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the obvious answer is Happy, because he's just that good.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. And he's also revolutionizing matchups, etc., etc. But that's a boring answer, so 1-0, also kind of a boring answer, but who would have thought? Oh, Warden.
Living.
For now, that Happy is losing 3 best-of-7 series in a row. Like, that 1-0 is the best mirror player in the world. Like, that's crazy. So that was a surprise to me for sure. On a smaller scale, for me, Kevin, in the German scene especially, from making a name for himself a little bit in the Meisterschaft 2 vice champion, that rise, super awesome.
Yeah, I guess on a smaller scale too, players like Tiesiog and Leon.
For sure, yeah.
I don't think they were huge names before this year, at least in the European scene. So they're definitely. In NA, it's kind of hard to say who's been a big improved player in NA. Feels like people are just quitting. Yeah, Razemoon, true. Like even just the last month, I don't think we knew about him until, or no, we did know about him for a Raralang qualifier actually.
Yeah, that's when he signed up the first time.
Yeah.
And man, he's providing great entertainment. Also, cool guy.
Yep.
From like the few exchanges we've had.
Yeah, but I think 1-2-0 could be a good answer as well. It's just cool to see 1-2-0 after a little bit of a slump. Oh, there's 2-0 for Happy.
Yep.
After a little bit of a slump, 1-2-0 still has it. Like, it wasn't just luck or what the meta was or who he was facing in the past. It was the fact that he was a great player when he was the best player in the world, and he's still showing that he's one of the few players that's still of that Lin, Infi, TH, Happy caliber that are left, because there's not very many left, other than I'd say maybe Lin and at times Moon, and then of course Happy.
And I guess most improved player, there's 2 options to me.
One's Korean.
One is Korean, one is Chinese.
Oh, Chinese player. Oh, Kaho and Labyrinth?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Kaho winning a big tournament in TED Cup, the first new player to win a tournament in a long time.
Yeah.
And Labyrinth, man, he was always there on ladder, and he was your favorite undead player's favorite undead.
Yes.
For Juan, for Side, for a lot of people. But man, his run in Warcraft Champions so sick, and also now WSB, he's getting invited more and more. This is really cool to see him in the scene. And Kaho, coming out of basically nowhere, which is sick.
Yeah, he was he's just one of those players that looks like he's always been at the top level. Kaho. It seems like he's got so much experience. Like Labyrinth, you sort of saw the progression over the last year and a half, whatever.
That
you sort of saw it, but like it took a long time. Whereas Kaho, he was just always, it seems like, really good.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive indeed. So what else could there be for awards? Community contributors of the year for you.
Well, I think you gotta shout out the NA boys that organized and now admin and help run this NA LOL Cup, obviously, which is there's a big list of people, but people like Baron in that, people like Kenny G in there, people like Wantu. So from the NA side, obviously that is the big standout of the last at least few months for my side of things. What about you?
Yeah, I would have named Baron as well. Like, I was always hanging out at gym, but I never really realized how much Baron is doing with the King of the Hill.
Yep.
How he's responsible for everything at this Discord, basically. Also, like Gym Newbie League, etc. Now the Cup, and it's just great to exchange ideas with him and getting stuff done with him. So Baron, definitely thumbs up. The Liquipedia people, especially Stoka. I guess also Tian does a lot, who also like that's when you talk about the American scene, I talk about a little bit about the connection of China and the European scene. Now that we have even ping, that's a lot easier, I guess. We got him to use challenge for Chinese tournaments. That's awesome. He invited a lot of European players to like Starry Weekly Cups, etc. Tian is a big reason why the Western and the Chinese scene is connected as they are. Yeah, Warcraft Champions. I mean, Fluxu, this ping equalizer thing is so big. It's incredible how big this ping equalizer is. I still don't know if there's another RTS who has this feature.
I don't think so. I don't think there is. Certainly Counter-Strike and all that doesn't have it. Though people would probably be pissed in CS about that. But I guess it's got to be a 1v1 game if it were to ever have it. And if StarCraft doesn't, then nothing does. Or Age of Empires, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think they have that. So, yeah, I mean, Warcraft Champions team as a whole, including the map makers community. Streamer-wise, for me, Grinchy, big part. Or streamer and like just for being such an awesome, wholesome guy all the time. Like in whatever he does.
Yeah, he's always around. He's always positive. Yeah. Definitely for most positive community member or streamer.
100%.
Give it to Grinchy. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people grinding out. Oh, Immolation, by the way. There's been a lot of people streaming more consistently, which has been nice to see. Oh, Dise for Happy, and Dise is gonna be happy with those couple of ghoul kills to just say goodbye, cruel world.
Yep. Is it 135 yet? No? Okay, let's sacrifice ourselves to the creeps. I guess for the little bit German, little bit international scene, Helpstone is doing a lot. doing statistics, doing the creep camp stuff, like as a representative for Creepjack. There's a lot of people responsible for that community as well.
Oh, also
yeah, I wanna mention
big shout out to Cover as well. Cover is a guy on Warcraft 3.info that many people might not know, but he has been literally messaging me after every tournament, can I get all the replays? And then when I forget, he messages me 2 days later, hey, just a bump, just a reminder, can you send me those replays? He's done that for the quite a while, maybe not the entire year, but quite a while now. And I've always been a big advocate of like preserving the replays and all the history, because there's so many replays we've lost, and think of things like War 3 history that do these old replays. So saving these replays, even from what might seem like small, not valuable cups, is really important. So shout out Covers for being on my ass about that for a long while now.
Okay, personal shoutouts then. For me, Slash, this dude had a very dangerous kind of cancer at the beginning of the year. Got that removed, beat that shit. Continued to do a sick podcast, is doing tournaments left and right, is having a podcast in German, doing the Creepjack show with me, does the Playing Ducks as a manager, is the co-caster for ESL, had my back at Raraland. I met him 2 to 3 times this year. We had a great evening together. So, massive shout out Slash.
Yeah, very nice guy, very nice guy. I had the pleasure to do an intro for his podcast at Raraland, so maybe you guys will hear that.
Oh man, this is the age. Okay, not that great.
Yeah, Happy it's no secret here that Happy is kind of owning Dice.
Yeah, Happy's winning.
Yeah.
That is pretty clear. I guess everybody knows. What else is there to shout out?
Best tournament admin.
Duro.
Oh yeah, the legend himself. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's
Like,
so many people
like-
that have helped, but there's no one that's as outrageous as Duro when it comes to that. Yeah.
If Duro would have been in hibernation all year, woke up to Raraland, and went back into hibernation, he would still be the admin of the year.
Yeah, it was an outrageous job he did at Raraland. He ran what was like 90 people. 100 people? How many was it that he ran the 1v1, the 2v2, the 4v4 tournament, all the vetoes?
Everything.
He communicated with us to get games to production so that we could cast the games. And he did it all, but I don't want to say by himself. Maybe he had, I'm not sure who was helping him, but it was pretty much just him, right?
There were a couple of helpers, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, Duro's a madman. Friendship-wise, shout out New Hero.
Yeah.
Just also doing a lot Warcraft-wise, but also like this is just a very good friend at this point.
That guy's a vibe for sure. He's a vibe and a half.
He's a vibe and a yeah. Great freaking guy.
Who gets the most BM award?
Ooh. Most BM award. Oh, I'm so quick with muting and kicking people that it doesn't really affect me. X-Lord, maybe? For like some Twitter stuff? And for some shenanigans prior to my stuff. Oh, yeah, X-Lord, I think.
Yeah, I think if you're going to keep it civil and not shout out names you don't want to shout out, I think maybe just X-Lord then.
What do you mean? Can you say it in Discord?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
People like, people like those,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or there's probably some other names there, but
I mean, I do have I guess we have a decent relationship with X-Lord. We got along pretty well
I
for the
consider
majority of the year.
X-Lord a friend. I like X-Lord.
Friend?
Yeah, I think he's a friend.
We had some good moments, we had some bad moments.
Oh, how about this? The chat will like this one. 4v4 player of the year.
A player's forces are under
Todd,
attack.
of course.
Yeah, I think so. Especially ending off the year as strong as he did with his 4v4 grind.
Top 3 in the 4-4. He should get top 4, man.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, Todd also great friend in general.
Right, so Dice just trying to get a general idea of where we're at in the game. So he's got level 2 Naga. He's got 38 supplies. Supplies pretty even. But Happy is most likely about to try to end this game, I would imagine, with the Lich coming out with the orb. With the soon-to-be level 3
about to
knockout.
end the last game of the year?
He might be. He might be. And, you know, in perfect fashion. You know, this is what we've seen from Happy quite often when it comes to at least European opponents. And, you know, Happy's proving that he's still dominant. I mean, how long has this guy been on? How many years has he been on top now?
6?
6, yeah. As the #1, like, ever, like, since the win against Moon, I guess it would have been. Or was it before that?
That was 2019, I think. Oh, was it? Is it even 6? No, must be less. Maybe 4.
Okay.
Yeah, win against Moon was 2018 or 19.
Right.
Oh, I want to shout out another person. Miyagi, in representation of all the admins on War 3 Champions. Miyagi has to deal with so much shit.
Yeah.
Being an admin for an entire community, reading all the reports, reading through so much negativity, and it was great having you in Hamburg, man, and to get to know you and talking a lot with you, and yeah. Miyagi, I don't know how he does it, but monstrous task.
What about this? Best Twitch chatter. There's too many for me to name, but I do have an answer. AKM.
Okay. AKM?
Yeah.
Was he really that great this year? I think AKM has seen better years, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
A guy who could always make me laugh is Kevin Schwem.
Kevin always has really good comments,
Just
yeah.
phenomenally funny.
There's too many. Once I start naming people, like I'm seeing some names in chat, I'm like, ooh, name you. But then once I'm gonna forget someone, and there's too many people. I'm gonna forget someone. Can't do it. There's too many. There's too many people.
I think for me it's Kevin, but I'm a Kevin stan. I'm biased. Man.
Yeah, true. Kevin is a funny boy. Funny boy.
I know there's a guy who watched 2/3 of all of our broadcasts. Shout out to him.
Yeah, there's probably some lurkers that have like 1,000 hours watched on the channel in the year or something like that.
Yeah, he actually had like when the Twitch recap thing came out, which is 2 or 3 weeks ago. He had 960 hours, so he's probably at over 1,000 now. And we streamed 1,700 or something.
Jesus. That's about like 5 hours every day on average, I think.
Yeah. Damn, good math, dude.
Not too bad. Oh, Naga. All right. Will this be the last dead hero of the year? Well, not the Naga for now, but maybe the Lich. Or maybe the Demon Hunter. Happy TP's out. And Dise keeps us in the game for the year.
That might have been Happy's last TP of the year on Back to Warcraft streams.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely won't be his last TP of the year. He's gonna have about 1,000 more of those probably. But
maybe tomorrow on ladder, yeah, for sure.
See, it's me. Oh, not me. Maybe I'll shout out Ted already. Shout out Ted, even though I'm not too involved. But when I was earlier in the year, of course, I had to cover some really late night casts, I think, in sort of the middle of the year. And when I had to do those, all the show cups, stuff like that, I think I did Hoobie, I think, as well. Some of the Asian tournaments. It was always Ted admin. It was always Ted in communication. So shout out Ted for that, or else I would be lost on those Deadies casts.
Yeah, it's really funny. This is probably my most... The turtle! Where are you going? Going for a little swim here. Turtle! This is probably the most I used my WeChat in a long time.
Yeah.
And I call him boss. He calls me bro. Because we basically talk to each other on a daily basis. Massive shout out to Ted.
And shout out WeChat for banning me 6 months ago. Love it. I guess I just won't use that anymore, that app.
Oops. Thank you, Krula, for the sub. Did I say that already? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Possibly the last fight here.
Chatter of the year. Oh, wait a second. Maybe that's the demon down. Okay. I think Chuddy, he has the best insights of all the chatters.
True. Yeah, he's always answering questions. Yeah.
He has thick knowledge about this.
And he's always right too, so it doesn't come off as like the annoying sometimes when they just like,
Yeah.
well, you're wrong, but then then you're actually right and you have to argue your point. It comes off as like, oh yeah, he actually knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, in a totally not condescending way, just explaining and teaching. That's super cool. Chuddy, one of my favorites.
A player's forces are under attack.
You can still become my favorite by donating a lot and subscribing a lot.
True. Oh, and also big shout out to Chuddy. I don't know if I've said this yet. I think I did say it at Rah Land. I think I said it once on stream as well. But Chuddy was the one that helped me put together that trivia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he helped write a ton of questions. I guess I didn't shout him out enough. I think I said it at least a couple times. But yeah, big shout out Chuddy for helping that the trivia that you might have not seen if you weren't actually there. But we did do the trivia there, and it was a pretty good success. So yeah, a lot of those questions were courtesy of Chuddy.
That was sick. We should make this a monthly thing.
Yeah. It is quite fun. It just needs some different formats, I think, as well.
Okay, come up with it.
Yep.
Shout out to War 3 Station. Yeah, I don't know how much War 3 Station did. I'm not too involved with that, but I guess shout out UD fans for donating to Show Cups, TP League, I think some weekly cups, War 3 champion servers, and I'm probably forgetting about a little bit, but this guy easily spent $130,000 on Warcraft this year or something.
Yeah, crazy. Also, as always, big contributions from Klein Shilpad, from Kanubi Quakes, and then, of course, from Teggy and Bond King recently. Klein Shilpad, though, I think, in terms of contributing to prize pools, has been the go-to this year.
Governor also War 3 Champions
well.
Finals.
Yep,
Every time War 3 Champions Finals. Oh, that might be the last Demon Hunter kill of the year.
Yeah, and Dise just trying to hold on, but it will be the 3-0, and what a perfect way to end without a GG from Dise. As so often. And a 3-0 from Happy. Nice try at Dise, gets second place. And, you get some money from second place, but Happy ends the year how he started it. Dominant as ever.
Yeah, right on. And this ends... Okay, I'm gonna look up the statistics now. I hope to... Okay, I think today is not... this stream is not included. So let's add 3 hours. This ends 1,676 hours of competitive Warcraft streamed on this channel this year.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, you could say we cast a little bit of Warcraft.
We do like Warcraft a little bit. 850,000 unique viewers. Not too bad either. Thank you, Tsunat, for the sub, and Fishy for the $5 and the raid. Am I your favorite now? Thanks for the awesome content in 2022. Thanks for being around at Experience, at Rara Land, at the My Chemical Romance concert.
That was
Yeah,
fun,
how would
probably.
you rate this year? How would you rate this year?
I mean, 2021 was pretty sick, right? Like, we had some crazy events. I did my first offline event. So, like, if you're gonna rate it on Warcraft alone, 2021 for me had to be a 10 out of 10 there. But this year, Rah Land was great. There was a lot of good casts. Let's go. Go 7.8 out of 10. Neil, what about you?
Yeah, now, it's kind of hard to say. Might be a little bit recency bias again, but since I listened to this podcast and heard how horrible the first half of this year was,
Right.
it's a miracle that we're in this mood, in this shape at the end of the year.
Yep.
Because we were close to the grave in the first half of 2022. So having this revived and having steady content and having still players around, breaking records on War 3 Champions is pretty damn awesome. Having 4,000 people in the middle of the week is not normal and not taking this for granted. So first half of the year, probably a 1 out of 10. The War 3 Champions Finals was super cool, so maybe a 3 out of 10. Second half of the year was... I I had a couple of dreams doing this casting thing. You're preparing the map vote thing, right? So I have some time.
Yep.
All right. I had a couple of dreams, like casting a world final. Did that in China. Do something at WCG. Did that in Xi'an. Went to a BlizzCon. Saw that. So there was not much left, but I always said I want to do my own LAN. I want to do my own offline tournament, and that was the one last big dream left. And we did it in such a fashion that I can be very, very, very proud of it. That it was kind of the unofficial world championship, even though we couldn't have Chinese players there, unfortunately. But that's the only negative thing, I guess. We had Koreans here. We flew Hitman in. We flew you in. People from all over the world was there, from almost all continents. And we just celebrated this game together in an offline event that had never happened before in this fashion. In this internationality and with this hype about it, and the qualifiers were hype already and good content, and these 4 days at Arcadia, just absolute. It was a dream come true. It was so much work culminating and coming to fruition, and it was just so many happy and cool faces coming together, and great games in the tournament as well. That couldn't have gone any better. So thanks to Raraland, the second half of the year is 10 out of 10. Like,
yeah,
the sickest thing I've ever done. Very, very proud. But now there's nothing left to do.
Yeah, right?
Nothing left to do.
Nope. Yeah, there's not many things you can say, like, from your point of view of organizing something that a lot of people remember for the rest of their lives. Like, how many concerts have you been to? You know, you're not going to remember every one of those. I don't remember every show I've played. People certainly don't remember every show they've seen me play. They don't remember every cast we've done, you know, whatever. But, you know, there's a few things that you can do that are actually memorable for a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people that were there are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. So it's not too often you get to do that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Pretty cool.
The memories we created there, even though it wasn't a financial success or anything, doesn't matter. It's just something that will bond people together for a long, 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 long time. Rulas, thank you for the 5-month resub. Thanks, guys, for an amazing year. Most watched channel. Thanks for supporting this amazing game and also giving FFA players the big stage. With Lelu, of course. And Carson, you're sharing a poll in the chat.
I am, yes. So you guys are going to hear this in 90 seconds, but there's a poll that will go until 7 after, so by the time you hear me say this, 4 more minutes, and you can vote for 3 maps you want to see removed from the map pool for next week, for next year, for Cup number 51. Currently, the map pool is Concealed Hill, Last Refuge, Northern Isles, Shallow Grave, Rusty Creek, Tidehunters, and Twisted Meadows. You can vote for 3 of those to be removed, and then we'll randomize with the wheel to add 3 more in. So I'll show the poll now. In about 30 seconds, you guys will hear me say this, and then we'll have a bunch of votes coming in. I'll share it in the chat. And you guys can vote. You get 3 votes for 3 maps. Or you can vote for the same map 3 times, but only do that when Amazonia is in the map pool.
Yeah, I double dare you to even touch Twisted Meadows. It's the greatest game of all time. The greatest map of all time. Since I was talking about Raraland, shout out to Yannick, or Gideon, who started all this pretty much a year ago from now, after a couple of beers. To Benny, who was...
Benny! Shut up, Benny!
An incredible backbone to what we did. To Natalie, who was just the angel of the entire organization. And yeah, everybody who was involved in any sort of form. Was a bumpy road, but oh boy, did we bring it over the finish line. Pretty sick. And yeah, this ends the year, but in case you don't know, the year is starting with quite a bang. We've had TP League qualifiers starting in September or something. 4 months of qualifiers. Oh, in July even. And now January 2nd, in 2 days, when we're all got rid of the hangover, we start TP League. $20,000 tournament, 8 players, first a round robin group stage, then double elimination playoffs, and then single elimination final 4. This is gonna be insane. We have the Happies, the 1-2-0s, the Lins, the Law Lions, the Moons. We got them all there. And that's gonna be the opener to the year. Right after that, ESL Meisterschaft relegation. Right after that, War 3 Champions finals. January is gonna be sick.
Yeah, and probably by, I'm not exactly sure when it will land on, but something like February, we'll probably have the NA lull Cup finale, because of course there's going to be a final tournament based on points from the NA LOL Cup. So make sure you guys sign up for this Wednesday, every Wednesday, to get your points there. We're going to have, like, I think a final 8, something like that. Again, more details always to come, but that should be sometime in maybe late February, I think.
It's gonna be good, man. Oh man, the schedule is already so packed. Love it. And there's gonna be a redesign, everybody. We're gonna we've been with this design that you see for way too long. 3 years, 4 years, whatever. It's outdated, and we're gonna get rid of that and replace it. And it's gonna be good. Shout out to Shad for working with me tireless hours, so we finally got it somewhat right.
Nice. I haven't even seen much of it yet either, so it'll be.
It's in the Discord, you fool. I asked for feedback.
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah, I did see a little bit of that. Like, you know me. You know me.
Oh my! SNS, 50 euros. You're not paying in freedom currency. What's up with that? Neo and Back to Warcraft, #1. Stars and Stripes, #1 troublemaker.
Yeah. I was gonna say number one American.
#1 American.
Yeah.
That's true. He is a real American. The Hulk
Truly.
Hogan theme. He's singing that.
Truly, truly. All right, by the time you guys hear this, about another 30 seconds in the poll. It's in the chat right now, and then we will be done. It seems like Concealed Hill, Northern Isles Last Refuge are out. And then the maps we're going to be randomizing to throw in for next week is going to be between Amazonia, Eversong, Secret Valley 2.0, Springtime, Echo Isles 2.0, and Autumn Leaves. Yes, that is correct. Okay, good. Yeah. The most confusing part of every week, Neo, is remembering what maps aren't in the pool.
So easy, dude. It's just the maps that we didn't see this week.
Yeah, true. Well, now I have my wheel of names set up, so I have every map on there with a different color. So I just uncheck them and check them every week. I got it down to a
You're
science.
so smart.
All right, so seems like we have confirmed it. Yeah, we're good. LR, CHNI are out. And then I'll bring up the wheel. Oh, I need to bring up my notepad. What's it called? It's called, what my notepad is called. Oh, I'll just type it to you. Whatever. I guess you're here with me. I don't need to organize it for you.
It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine.
There
I
you
just gave a speech for like 7 minutes. You could have prepared, but okay.
go. I forget what my notepad is called on my desktop. I need to search for it. Never mind. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel 3 times. Okay, the first spin will be... Oh, seems like Eversong. It was almost Amazonia, but it will be Eversong.
So sad that it's not Amazonia.
Yeah, right?
So sad.
And map number 2 is going to be... Ooh, Springtime. All right. And map number 3 will be... Ooh, EI. So a lot of new stuff in the map pool for next week. ESST and EI. Which means the map pool is going to be... Give me a second. It will be Concealed Hill. Oh, Eversong. Northern Isles. Oh, never mind. Springtime. Shallow Grave, Rusty Creek, Tide Hunters, and EI. Wait, is that right?
Goddamn.
That's pretty close to right. Whatever.
Whatever. It's the last
almost
stream of the
right.
year. We can make mistakes.
No,
We
no,
just
I don't have my
assume this is
notepad,
right.
guys. I don't have my notepad. I need my notepad. Yeah.
Fine.
But, and that'll be next week. That'll be this Wednesday and Friday, everybody.
Guys, it is a pretty damn privilege to make it a job to cast a 20-year-old game professionally as the main occupation in front of thousands of viewers and even like almost twice as many eyes, that some people are actually listening to what we say about this.
Right?
It's been quite a grind sometimes. It's a lot of work also in the back, but it's so worth it when, I don't know, it just keeps on working. The cockroaches survived for yet another year, and it's not looking as dire as it did in 2021. So that's an achievement And what else can we say? Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful New Year's. Don't drink too much. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do. Carson, it's been a pleasure this year with you. You are an amazing person. I can't wait to hear your creation, the EP that you will be releasing on this channel.
Oh, yeah.
At some point.
At some point.
Have fun in the bar.
Thank
And
you.
see you in 2023.
You as well. You as well. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. And let's get hammered. Let's get hammered, everyone. Let's drink. Let's have a drink. Let's have a drink. And
What he says.
We'll see you guys soon. I'll see you on Wednesday. Neil will be seeing you on Monday at 12 CET for the TP League, as you mentioned earlier. And then Remo will be back later on this week once he's done with his hangover. We'll see him very, very soon. And until then, we'll see you guys in 2023. Have a good New Year's. Peace out.